Hello. So in this video, I'm going to explain you. The camera is not very clean. I can see. Yeah. So in this one, I'm going to explain you the Nyaya Vaisheshika philosophy. So in this Nyaya Vaisheshik, we are in the Vaisheshik part, we are in the metaphysics part, and we are trying to understand how like reality works. What are the components of reality? So the categories of reality. So there are seven categories. I am going to explain to you two of them. First one is Vishesh. Vishesh is particularity. Particularity. So it is particularity. So what happens? Like you have these substances, these dravyas. Some substances are ultimate. They are fundamental. They are indivisible. They are atomic, and some of them are atomic, and other one are the compound substances, the compound dravyas, and they are made up of the ultimate substances. But one compound substance is differentiated from another because of different combination of ultimate substance that they are made of. So let's say you have ultimate substances which are fundamental blocks, and you combine them in different ways, in different proportion. You get compound substance number one, compound substance number two. How I am different, my body is different from other person is that we have a different combination of ultimate substances, five elements. But how is one ultimate substance is different from the other ultimate substance of the same type? How is fire one different from fire two? How is soul one different from soul two? How is mind one different from mind two? And they are different, and they are different because of, so the compound substances were different because of different combinations. These ultimate substances are different because of vishesh. So there is some, it is a different, it is a padarth in itself, a category of reality in itself, which makes these ultimate substance different. These ultimate substances inherit these visheshas, and that's how they are different from each other. So these like visheshas, they are known through inference or through what we perceive in an object is qualities and substance and all those things, actions. But to perceive vishesha, you need inference or you need the extraordinary intuition from inside, some superpower. But Shankara has criticized this. Shankara has said, like Jagadguru Shankaracharya has said that, okay, I mean, you are saying that soul one is different from soul two because they both have, because of the like, because of the visheshas. But if a vishesha is one thing, it is the same thing. How it is making soul one different from soul two? Think of this formula, is this equation. Soul, when you plus Vishesha, when you add Vishesha to it, it becomes soul 1. But the soul, then you add the same Vishesha and it becomes soul 2. How is it possible? So that must be that because soul, because it is Vishesha which is making them unique. So the Vishesha should also be unique. So it should be like soul plus Vishesha 1 equals soul 1. Soul plus Vishesha 2 equals soul 2. But now you need another category or another padarth to differentiate them. You need another category, another padarth to differentiate them, differentiate the Visheshas. How is Vishesha 1 different from Vishesha 2? Vishesha plus some new padarth 1 equals Vishesha 1. Vishesha Vishesha plus some new padarth 2 equals Vishesha 2. So you need another, so this will lead to infinite regress. So for that padartha, we will need another newer padartha. So that's how these Jainism, they say that atoms are the ultimate substances, which are atoms. They are not unique, they are same. Things are different because of different combinations. Uh, then there is something called as Samanvaya. So the Samanvaya is a is inherence, a relation between a parent class and a child class, relation between a class and an object. So it is an inseparable necessary relation. Inseparable means that they can't exist without each other, and I mean one of them can't exist without each other, and necessary, I mean it is necessary for them. And so let's say if there is two entities A and B, and B inherits A, in which B inherits A. So A finds its locus in B. So B can exist independently, but A, if it needs to manifest itself, it is dependent on B. If it is dependent on B. So B is the substratum, and A is that particular thing. If B is the universal, A is that. So cow is dependent on cowness to exist. Cowness exists there, according to Vaisheshika, but cowness needs that. Cow needs cowness. Part needs a whole, and wheel of the chariot needs a chariot to be called the wheel of the chariot. And let's say cloth. Cloth can exist independently, but the color of the cloth, if you want to know it, it should be color of something. Like it can't be just color. If you want to perceive the color, you can't. It has to be color of something. So it has to be color of the cloth. But the cloth can exist. Cloth can exist in itself. It doesn't need a color. But when we imagine color, we imagine the color of on something, right? But the cloth, we don't think about, okay, it needs to have color. I don't understand this last part well, so I will just put a question mark. here I'm not someone where I need to focus on more. Thank you.